in the moment part of our lives rather than dealing with in the past and what we should have done and who's holding us back and blaming people for our unhappy childhoods and all that kind of stuff.
That's easy to do.
Yeah. A lot of people are stuck right there where they're still pissed off about it or sad or mad or, and the whole, I always see the poster that comes up that says it's never too late to have a happy childhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. And remember, this is about just understanding that, that redemption is a real deal. The conversion experience, whether from whatever religion you want to talk about it, is a real phenomenon for humanity, for each individual. So the conversion experience is you repent of your ego's extremes, whether it's fearfulness or anger or doing evil, toward other people, whatever it is. You think, okay, that's not going to work. I don't want it to work anymore. I want the juice, the good juice. I want the love. I want the good karma. I want to be a promoter of, a spiritual enlightenment and inspiration and excitement. And, you have to do that. Everybody has, as I said, the ego has some, you can't get to 30 or even to 20 unless you rein in the ego, and that's just a method built into human culture for his, all through history.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do something. Leonard Cohen has a song essentially based on him, but he always is dealing with the doomsday aspect of life. But it's the line goes, repent. I wonder what they meant. And they said repent. Well, we're figuring out what they really meant when they said repent.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and he, what an artist. Great fan of that man. But anyway, he's just part of this. He's had a spiritual renaissance in his last album. These folks are fans of Leonard Cohen. It's just it's symbolic of what's happening in the culture.
Now, James, what about people that have really been stung? I mean, I'm really stung, abused, or if they're perpetrators, or if they're done horrible things, if they've killed other people. What about these people? I mean, clearing the past and preparing for the future. I mean, how would you talk to these individuals?
You got to. Here I am. Think of the religious terms and ask yourself, wonder what they meant. You got to be born again. You got to be. You can be handed a clean slate. Everybody is redeemable. There's no life that's so bad that you can't snap out of it in a moment. There's no pain and harm and torture that you've endured that won't go away if you step into the miracle universe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not just for people who have had good childhoods. This is for people, maybe especially for people where life has always been a problem. Doing life. How do we do life after what I've experienced? I mean, I started off in my career as a psychotherapist working with severely traumatized adolescents. And we're all severely traumatized adolescents, right?
I still am.
You can't get through life without things hurting you. Life hurts. because we're all not corporally eternal. We lose people. The longer we live, the more people we lose. And but that's part of the design. We come here to shift the reality of this world, and we go back. We're here to, all of us are here to, on mission. So a big part of this insight, this clearing the past, is to clear it for a reason, and that is to remember why we came. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a destiny they can step into in this miracle universe where they can then be free and the world begin to cooperate with them achieving the mission that they came here to enact, or to the truth they brought here to tell. I mean, they came with to tell. So that's what life's about. It's not about all this craziness over here where people are just trying to survive. It's about getting to this point.
Okay, so this is not a fluff. This is not a powder puff insight. This is it starts with the sixth insight, clearing the past and preparing for the future. Starts with a choice and understanding, followed by room for forgiveness.
That's right.
And I say room because it's nothing to be forced, is it?
Yeah. And just like gratitude was the engine of opening up to this, forgiveness is the engine of transcending the ego's hurts. You just got to remember that the ego is just, this sense of self we have of, oh my God, what should I do next? Self. That's the ego. And it has a rightful place because we're talking about all this with our egos. The ego is not to be just done away with. Otherwise, you'd have all these random intuitive guidances you couldn't reality check about. You couldn't figure out a strategy around. The ego is our mindfulness. Here we are. This is happening to us. This happened in the past. This is what we want to do in the future. This the way we talk to ourselves. That's the left brain, and that shouldn't go away. It should just heal and yield some of the mind to our guidance that comes in. And of course, that's the seventh step.
Ooh, but you can't go there yet. Yeah, because I promised you to keep this program down to an hour. But that will lead us to a nice place today, which kind of bridges us up to the next program. Here's what I do. I usually ask my interviewees, James, do you have a message that you would like to deliver to humanity?
Well, sure. My prevailing message right now, is get excited. You can mope around and be all afraid of the world that's crashing, but that keeps you in that world that's crashing. Get excited about moving into this spiritual reality. This spiritual way of life. I jumping up and down, all the time. Because I'm so excited about the fact that we know now, it's all in. There are only 12 of these awakenings that we can integrate to know how to fully participate in spirituality. We know how to do it now. It's all come in finally. Beat our heads together to try to get a consensus forming how to practice a spirituality that will transform and enliven and energize one's life. It's our destiny. It's the way our brains are designed. We're just finally figuring out how to allow it to happen. So my message is it's the time to get excited, not bummed out, because out of this sort of crash of the greed world and the manipulation world is coming a new miracle universe that we can participate in. And yes, that's very, very exciting to me.
Okay, humanity, you heard James Redfield. Message to you, it's time to get excited about your spirituality. James Redfield, thank you for joining us today on Authenticity Radio.
I enjoyed it very much.
Me too. This is Slade Suter. Until next time, be authentic, be true. We'll continue with the 7th through 12th insights. And be free.
You have been listening to Slade Suter Live on Authenticity Radio. If you would like a workshop or seminar from Slade, go to www.authenticityradio.com.
The show may be over, but honesty should never stop.
Until next time, be yourself.
Come on!
This is Authenticity Radio.
Authenticity Radio with Slade Suter.